Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. As most of you probably know by now, this is the final full week we have of Season 1 here in Modern Warfare, as this time next week, Season 2 should be officially underway. However, despite this being the week before our next major update, we do still have quite a few things that ended up changing with the smaller update today, as well as a handful of things that'll be happening throughout the remainder of the week as well to close out the season, some of which is going to be a pretty big help if you are really looking to get the most out of Season 1. Also, on top of that, we actually have our first official Season 2 information that dropped today as well. But before we jump into all of that, if you are new here, or if you happen to be a part of the 79% of viewers who are not subscribed, I am always covering the latest Call of Duty news and intel, best class setups, and all things of that nature. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on if you want to stay up to date with all of that. And of course, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Now, as far as today's update goes, keep in mind this is not a full-on title update. That will likely instead be reserved for next week alongside the launch of Season 2, since that is going to be a pretty significant update all things considered. But for today, you don't need to download any excess updates or anything like that, and instead, as you launch the game and jump onto the main menu, the update should automatically go live and you should be all good to go from there. Now, getting into the initial changes that came to the game today, on the front end of things, we of course have a brand new playlist update. This happens every single week, and this week we have one that certainly accommodates quite a few different players. So right off the bat, what will probably stand out the most this week is the fact that we have a playlist for Shipment 24/7 much like last week. However, we also have a playlist for Shoot House 24/7 as well. As you guys know, we have been rotating between the two maps in a 24/7 style playlist for a few weeks now, with the occasional Shoot the Ship playlist being thrown into the mix too. But we have never had a week where both Shipment 24/7 and Shoot House 24/7 were available at the same time. But to close out Season 1, we do have the choice of both maps, so if you are really looking to get some camo challenges done, Shipment is ready and waiting, and if you still want all the action without the constant spawn traps, then Shoot House is also readily available. Now, in addition to those two playlists, we also have a brand new mode this week with Gunfight Grind, or Face-Off Grind as it's known, which is yet another alternative to the Gunfight mode, in which this time we have to collect tags and deposit them at a quote-unquote bank location, if you will, to actually earn score. So this is definitely a very different take on Gunfight in general, but honestly, I wasn't really a huge fan of this one. The spawns seem to be pretty bad from my match on Pine when I played it, and it's also got custom classes, and really I would much rather use the predetermined ones to sort of balance the playing field. But hey, it is what it is. If you want a more competitive version of grind/gunfight, this is now available too. Then, alongside all of those, we also have our usual selection of playlists for this week as well, including Quick Play, which you can filter to your liking. Then we've got Realism Mosh Pit, Ground War, and Regular Gunfight too. So honestly, we've got quite a bit of variety with the playlist for this week. But that's not all. They also added Shoot the Ship for Hardcore, a hardcore 10v10 mosh pit featuring Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, and Headquarters, and also a regular 10v10 mosh pit in Quick Play featuring Kill Confirmed and Headquarters. So it's definitely nice to see some new modes in the way of hardcore, as I know some players have been wanting to see some new additions there for quite some time. Moving on though, we also got a brand new shop refresh this week as well, with a couple of new bundles to check out if that's your thing. So the first bundle we have for this week is that of the Pale Abyss for 1800 COD points. And this features the Abyss Walker LMG blueprint, the Dread shotgun blueprint, a charm, a sticker, and also 2 tier skips for the battle pass. Then we've got the Dead Man's Fortune bundle for 800 COD points, and this includes the Golden Dragon assault rifle blueprint, the Misfortune cookie charm, I love the name of that one, and then also the Waiting Marauder emblem as well. So if you are interested in either of those, they are now available for purchase. Also, one more thing I do want to mention with the shop is that the Outback Relief bundle that was available throughout the majority of January actually ended up raising $1.6 million, yeah that's right, $1.6 million for the Direct Relief Foundation, which is providing aid for those affected by the Australia wildfires. So big ups to the community there. This is the rare time which I can say it's awesome that a microtransaction ended up doing a lot of good in general, so I figured that was worth sharing too. Anyways, moving on, looking ahead to what's coming later on this week, we know that starting tomorrow at 10 AM Pacific time, we are going to be getting some double XP and also some double weapon XP, and that is going to last all the way until February 11th at 9 AM Pacific time. So if you need to finish leveling up to get to rank 155, or if you have weapons that you're looking to max out, now is definitely the best time to jump on and grind out some matches. We also have some double tier progression coming up as well. However, they have not announced the official date as to when this is going to start, but I would assume it's going to be going live on Friday. So if you do need to finish off your battle pass and hit tier 100, be sure to take advantage of that when it goes live. We also got our first official Season 2 teaser today, as I mentioned earlier, and well, it's a pretty exciting one to say the least. In this short 15-second clip that we got from the Call of Duty Twitter, we actually got confirmation that Simon Riley, aka Ghost, is coming to the game on Tuesday, February 11th with Season 2 as a brand new operator. And this teaser also appears to show what could be a portion of Rust, according to some people on Twitter, as we can see some kind of like fracking machine in one of these smaller images that ends up appearing in the clip. But of course, the main news here is that Ghost is officially returning with Season 2. We have had him teased for weeks, if not months now at this point. I believe the first official teaser with the whole TVs on Ramaza initially, that started like, what, almost 2 months ago, maybe over 2 months ago at this point. So it's been quite some time in the making here, but Ghost is finally officially coming to the game. And seeing as this is only a small 15-second teaser, if I had to guess, we're probably going to be seeing plenty more teasers and other trailers appear all throughout the week. Kind of like how we saw things teased back in Black Ops 4 prior to new operations going live back then. So be on the lookout during the rest of the week for some new content there, and of course we'll be covering those as they appear, so stay tuned for all of that. Now, outside of all of that, of course, every week we also take a dive into the Trello board to preview what all Infinity Ward is working on as far as upcoming changes and plans for the game go. And with what we can assume will be the 1.14 title update coming next week with Season 2, that patch is bound to have plenty of bug fixes and other back-end changes included within it. Now, we do have a few things that are planned to be fixed in a future update, which we can assume is going to be next week, including the extended mags on the Ram 7 being upped to 50 rounds instead of 45 rounds, the Dallas Empire male skin being invisible at a distance, the Azir operator skin missing some textures, and the chopper gunner getting stuck when you call it in near the E flag in 5-flag domination. Then, looking into the in-progress issues on the Trello board, we currently see that in multiplayer they are still working on fixing the Platinum camo not unlocking correctly on the Ram 7 in some cases, alongside both Platinum and Damascus having a glare when the sun is out on certain maps. They're also working on fixing executions that take place near walls or elevated surfaces, as those can be cancelled during the animation. They're looking into the Field Upgrade Pro option, forcing you to use a tactical or lethal grenade instead of just using your desired field upgrade. I've run into this one quite a few times myself. And then they're also looking into some issues on a few Zane skins, and lastly a problem with the clan tags not changing. Now over in single player, they are still looking into some character models missing from time to time. And then over on PC, they are still working on voice chat not functioning correctly, and various dev errors that appear while playing. On top of all of that, we also know that the gunfight tournament system is set to be returning soon, with a set of new rewards for players to unlock. However, we do not have a release date for that as of right now, but we can only assume it'll be coming sometime pretty early on into Season 2, seeing as this feature has been sat on the Trello board for a few weeks now. So as far as what's to come for the game in the next few days and weeks, we honestly have a lot to look out for. Of course, these fixes will be just some of those included in next week's title update most likely. I'm sure we'll probably see some other shadow buffs and nerfs, since that seems to be a pretty common occurrence now for whatever reason. And obviously, Season 2 is dropping next week, and that is going to be a massive update in and of itself. So definitely make sure you are ready for that, as we'll have plenty of new content for all modes being added in then. So with all of that being said, that is effectively everything that ended up changing with the final update of Season 1 here in Modern Warfare, alongside some of what we can expect to see headed into Season 2 as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, or if you're just excited for Season 2, let me know by dropping a like on it, as it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, including all the latest news and intel, updates and leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuff, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down in the description below, and once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.